So you at home thought we only brought back the winner of Know Your Roots for our exclusive, but today we've also got the wild card, second place almost, Regan.
What's good, what's good?
Hey, what's up, brother? Thank you so much for coming through.
Thanks for having me again. Thanks
It's like you just keep coming back.
Thanks for scraping the bottom of the barrel again. Appreciate that.
So for those at home that haven't seen it, or don't know who you are, can you give us a little introduction?
So I am the co-host of the morning show, The Morning Shack at Niu FM, and I do a little bit of social media as well.
Love it.
Just the norms, just the handles. Give us a follow us back. There's a few people that need to follow me back. Oh, wait.
And okay, so tell us about the first F.
Oh, man. That's a bit of a letdown.
Is the trauma still there?
The trauma's still
Am
there.
I triggering your trauma?
I haven't forgiven General Foa'i for letting us down.
So was he the reason you went home?
I'll be honest, yeah.
It was!
So as I'm scraping, I'm getting a good amount of coconut coming off, but a lot of it's hitting the ground. It's not even going in the bowl. General Foa'i, pick up the bowl and put it inside, please.
So what happened? Like, you guys were doing so well.
We were, we're scraping out the coconut, and we're trying to make a coconut cream.
Yeah.
And yeah, my man just he just tips over our can because we're supposed to fill up this can.
Yeah.
To a point, and we're pretty close. We're like 3/4 in. We're like, oh, looking good. And my man just tips it over, and I just looked at him. I was like, oh, bro, did you just tip over our can? He's like, oh, sorry, dog, sorry. And I was like, no, you're all good. No worries.
Yeah, I think a lot of people were so
Yeah.
surprised at your reaction because anyone else would be like,
I was inside, I was like, nah, shoot. And then he was like, should we get some more coconut? I was like, yeah, you better go get some more.
And were you like, were you gutted?
I was gutted, but at the same time, like, it's just a game at the end of the day. Like,
Yeah.
I always say to myself, like, know your roots, like, you know, it's a cool experience, but at the same time, it doesn't define yourself as a Polynesian as well. So, you know,
Yeah. So tell us a little bit about that. Like, why did you want to come on the show?
I just thought it would be a great time to experience the show as well, but it seems to represent the small islands, man, like Niue,
Yes.
Palau as well. So I just wanted to put on for them. Sorry, guys.
You represented for the day, which was
For the
great.
day, which was good times.
No, but the whole thing with the wild card. So tell us how that all happened.
Oh my gosh, so I'm just at home sulking away, crying away. And then I got the call up, they're like, oh man, we'd love to have you back. I didn't know what was going on prior, so I didn't know who was still left.
Yeah.
But they just asked me to come back on. I was like, oh man, that's a great opportunity. And then I just said, yeah, I'm all on board. I still had to go to work, so I was like, went to the show, did the show, and then straight came over to.
Is that why you were 2 hours late? I heard about that. You were 2 hours late.
I tried, man.
On birthdays, eh?
On birthdays.
So you were the diva, more diva-ish than Joe.
Oh man, you know, I gotta show up. But yeah, as soon as I got there, man, it was cool to get back in the groove of things,
Yeah.
and just to see who was still there. Man, I was shocked. I thought that Dom would still be there.
Yeah, so who were you expecting to still be
I
there?
thought Dom would still be there. I thought Judah would still be there. And I didn't think Maita would be there. And just in general, I just thought
We
that
need
like
to,
he would still
yeah.
live.
What about Joe? Were you surprised that he was there?
Nah, yeah, I had a feeling that Joe would still be there.
You could hear him from the car park when
Pretty
you rolled up.
much. Yeah, still waiting around. So, but yeah, it was good. It was good. Like
Yeah.
seeing who was still left, and good team. But hopefully, I was hoping to get the dub after seeing who was
Yeah.
left.
Well, for people at home, was that all scripted, your entrance, or was that real? Like, was everyone's reactions?
Yeah, everyone's reactions were all real. As soon as I came through, and then everyone was just like, "Oh my gosh, what the
So
hell's
they
going
didn't
on?"
know.
Nah, nobody knew what was going on.
Regan!
What?
That's right. We have a Know Your Roots wild card.
Who knew that you were coming back?
I think just select few people would have known, like maybe
Yeah.
just 2 people, maybe Tooks was there.
Wow, the
that was it.
director?
The director, yeah,
Yeah.
was the only person who knew, and that was it. So everybody else was like kept in the dark. It was crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And when you came back, were you like, I need to win this, like I need to, what was going through your mind?
I was like, man, I can't get sent home on that day of the challenge. If I get sent home, then what a waste of time bringing me back.
Frickin' Regan appears from the bushes, and I'm like, you have got to be kidding me.
My, how the tables have turned. Woo! I'm back, baby. But yeah, we managed to get the dub that day, and I was happy as. And then for the final, yeah.
Can you walk us through this? I mean, like, it honestly looked like you were gonna take it out.
Oh my God, man.
Are you okay?
I
Can we go there?
that every time. I was driving home that day. I was like, I was so close.
You were literally, like, apparently you were one piece away from getting the whole thing correct.
The thing was, I swapped them the right way around, and I look at the puzzle, and I've got everything correct. I stand there for a little bit, and then I go and swap more stuff around.
and so they didn't see the...
No, so I had left it, but I didn't call for Shim to come and have a look at what I had. So I had put it together, and everything was looking good, and I just stand there for a little bit, and I doubt myself, and then I just changed everything around.
Damn.
So I had it right for 5 seconds, and then just caked up.
And were you thinking that Joe was gonna be the one to, like, was he?
I've heard of comeback stories, man. But man, I felt Joe was way behind.
Yeah, well, he was
20 minutes behind us, and I was like, oh no, there's no way.
Yeah.
But I had a feeling like, man, that'll be crazy if Joe does come back. Sure enough, man, I see this dude just come through, and the puzzle pieces, man, and I tried to have a look. I tried to have a look. I got caught, and I do sit away for like 1 minute, and I was just like gutted ass standing around.
Because what was it like working next to him?
Yeah, because I was like, prior to, like, we had an idea of like what was gonna happen, and Joe like already sort of had his game plan ready to go when it came to the last part. So I knew, I was like, oh man, stay close. I knew Charlie didn't have it at all. Charlie was just like, nah. And the funny thing is, like, Shim just says no straight away. Like, he doesn't go and look on his paper. He's just like, no, and just walks on. And Charlie just said, he's like, man, I'm gonna struggle when it comes to the puzzle piece. I'm gonna struggle. Like, everything physical, I'm gonna do great, but yeah, he knew that he was going to struggle with the puzzle piece.
Because it looked like you two, for a wee bit, were the ones that were going to, like, it was either out of you or Charlie.
Yeah, well, it seemed that way when we were probably like the first 2, maybe 3 events. And then as soon as we got to I think it was the archery that kind of threw us off, man.
Yeah, and Gabby came
just come through in the clutch and just took over. And then as soon as we got to the puzzle piece, it was just, everyone was just, I should have just taken my time, just.
But it's stressful, like, for someone in your position doing those challenges, do you forget about the cameras, or are you always conscious of them? Like, because it looks really intense.
It is pretty intense, especially when the running part. There was a point where I was running, and then after that I was just like walking in, and I just got this camera. Like, I'm like, stop showing me walking.
So you reckon it raises the stakes?
It just raises it, it puts pressure on you to like run around and like put 100% in. So yeah, definitely it puts tells you that, oh man, you gotta give it 100, you know. So. And
we definitely saw that. I think everyone at home really felt like you were gonna win it. So I think you should definitely be proud of yourself for getting.
Yeah, I'll pat myself in the back at least for getting runner up and just showing that it was worth having me come back at least.
Yeah, it was such a good twist because nobody was expecting it.
Yeah, I appreciate that as well.
Is there anything that you wish that you could have done, like out of all the challenges? Or you're glad that you didn't participate in?
I'm happy that I didn't do the battles. After hearing all the stuff that everybody had to go through prior, even the finding the rocks, some stone, man, and I was like, shucks, I heard that one was a mission. I'm like grateful as, like, I feel bad because I just came through at the last minute, but at the same time I'm very grateful I didn't have to partake in any of the high energy ones. So.
Come back for the end, which is the only one that really matters, right?
Yeah, that's the one.
And so since the season has aired, tell us about how it was watching it with your family.
Oh yeah,
and going out on the first day.
Watching it with my family, man. These guys were excited to see me, and then cruising out on the first day because I never told my family what was happening on the show. So yeah, it was a bit
you
of a like.
You didn't tell them that you got out on the first one.
And it was a bit of a build-up for me, like, you know, because I was talking it up like, oh man, I'm gonna represent for Niu, I'm gonna put on, and then I was just sitting there quietly as they find out. Oh man. Sorry, fams.
Who was the most disappointed in your family?
I think my mom was, because she's Niu as well, and she was just like, I think she was talking it up too to everyone. Like, my son's gonna kill it. My son's gonna do well. And then, sorry about that, mom. Yeah.
Oh, and then so what was their reaction when, like, did you tell them that you were coming back?
No, I hadn't told them that I was coming back for the wild card either. So, yeah, it's a surprise for them to see that as well.
Yeah, but after seeing the final episode, they must have been so proud of you.
Yeah, definitely. After seeing everything that has been going on, yeah, my fam's, they're very happy with what I was able to do, and happy that I didn't get let off when I came back as well. So, yeah.
Now, if there was a All-Stars season where people could come back, is that something that you would try and get on?
Oh man, put me on immediately, please. Yeah, I'm definitely keen on coming back again. Scrape the bottom of the barrel again, please, and let me back in there. Hopefully I can come back with a thumb too.
Is there anyone else from this season that you would like to see on that season as well, for All Stars?
Charlie is a definite go-getter, and obviously Joe is, she was the winner, so they have to come back. And they spruced up the show, man. They put a lot of energy to it, so I feel like there's definitely two people that should come back for the All Star.
So it sounds like after the show you've made some friendships, unless did you know these people before?
Man, I knew everybody prior. Except for, I hadn't met Joe yet.
Yeah.
And I hadn't met Pitmouth. Those are the only two people that I hadn't met. But after that, yeah, everyone's like, I went and followed everybody. Caitlin, I'm still waiting for you to follow me back. But, all good. My morning's all good.
So hearing about like all of the people that you got to hang out with and work with, is there one particular moment when the cameras stopped shooting that stuck out for you? That was like a really nice thing to.
I think when everybody was jamming, there was a point where we were just having lunch, and then someone just pulled out the guitar, and then everyone was just jamming, and Charlie was going in, and I was looking at him like, oh, 3 houses down. Sorry, guys. You guys lost your lead singer. Some of the cameramen in there were, man, they're just all mean as on the cat. And it was just like a moment where we could all just chillax and just hang out and just see everybody in their true forms and what they enjoy doing, you know? So that's cool.
And how was it for you making the switch from radio to screen?
Oh man, yeah, I probably have a face for radio, I think.
No, that makes it hard. Stop with the self-doubt.
No, it was good. It was good. I'm a bit chatty on the radio, so it was easy to smack talk and all that stuff. So, and I got a team, the morning check, and they're a good team. So they always prep me and hype me up all the time. So yeah, I just had that energy to go.
Yeah, I think something that people really liked about you while watching the show was how relatable you were, because seeing you, it seems like you'd be super confident, you're really great at what you do, and then there were moments where you're self-doubting and you weren't confident and you're like, I don't know if I can do this. Like, was that all real? Is that something?
Yeah, no, that's something that I like. That's something that I feel like is a work on for me, is like just trying to back myself 100 a day. Like, I feel like, especially with like social media and stuff like that, you can tend to doubt yourself, and you get a lot of opinions and comments and stuff like that seem to wear you out in there. But I think that's a work on for me. It's just trying to back myself 100, and I feel like the show was a lot of help, man. Like, yeah, definitely, in terms of like trying to smack talk, to be the best smack talker, or just be the best at any kind of event. So yeah, I appreciate the show as well.
What was it about the show that helped you? Was it the people?
Yeah.
Or was it yeah,
definitely. It was just seeing the competition of the level that everyone was at. Like, when I'll hear Charlie say something, and I'm like, oh yeah, I'm gonna go and say something else. And I see Joe performing mean hands, and I'm like, oh man, I gotta go do something. And you see Gabby start running around, and I'm like, oh yeah, I'm gonna get you on the next on the next diary cam. These guys are going really slow, and these guys are the people that I thought was gonna be carving up. 3 houses down, he's more like 3 coconuts down. So it's a cool thing where it's like just friendly competition where you can just raise the bar and just try and see how good we can get, So that's good. It was good.
Now, before we let you go, I've got one last question. Would you do this all again?
Man, yeah, I definitely do it all again. If I had to do something different though, I would train before I do it all again. But yes, definitely.
Are you one of those types that goes back and watches it with your family,
yes,
or
yeah? I'll be binging all over the show. Yeah, definitely.
Well, if you're like Regan and you want to binge watch it, or if you haven't seen it yet, please go online. We have every episode up there. You can either head on to the CocoNet or it's up on YouTube. But thank you so much for joining us, and fingers crossed for the All Stars.
Let's go.
Caitlin, hook our brother up with
Hey,
a follow.
come on.
Thank you.